Have you ever wondered how the rich get richer while others struggle to keep afloat? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful tool known as the cash flow quadrant. It's a secret weapon used by the wealthy to multiply their assets, a concept that was brought into the limelight by none other than Robert Kiyosaki, the acclaimed author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But you might be pondering, so what exactly is this cash flow quadrant and how does it work? The cash flow quadrant is a simple yet powerful concept that divides the ways of making money into 4 categories. Let's start with the first category, the E, or employee quadrant. This is where most people find themselves. As an employee, you work for someone else, you earn a salary, you have a boss, and your income is dependent on the hours you put in. The key characteristic of this quadrant is the idea of trading time for money. Next, we have the S, or self-employed quadrant. In this quadrant, you're your own boss. You might be a freelancer, a consultant, a small business owner. The income here depends heavily on the effort you put in. Unlike employees, self-employed individuals have more control over their work, but they still trade their time for money. Now, let's move to the right side of the quadrant, where the wealthy people typically belong. The third category is the B, or business owner quadrant. A business owner owns a system that works for them. They have employees who work for the business, and the income does not depend on their personal time or effort. The money works for them, not the other way around. Lastly, we have the I, or investor quadrant. Investors make their money work for them. They invest in stocks, real estate, businesses, and more. Their money generates more money, creating a cycle of wealth accumulation. They have the most financial freedom and the least dependency on trading time for money. Each quadrant has its own set of pros and cons, and none is inherently better or worse than the others. However, the key difference lies in the way the money is made. On the left side, you trade time for money. On the right side, your money works for you. Understanding this quadrant is key to shifting from the left side of the quadrant, where you trade time for money, to the right side, where your money works for you. Now the question is, how can one transition from being an employee or self-employed to becoming a business owner or investor? The answer lies in the power of shifting quadrants. This shift begins with one essential element: financial education. Understanding how money works, the difference between assets and liabilities, and the principles of investing are the building blocks of this paradigm shift. Yet, knowledge alone isn't enough. It needs to be coupled with a willingness to take calculated risks. Every successful business owner or investor has had to step out of their comfort zone to venture into uncharted territory. It's all about embracing the unknown, learning from failures, and coming back stronger. But let's not forget the importance of investing in assets. Assets, unlike liabilities, put money into your pocket. Whether it's real estate, stocks, bonds, or a business, assets are the key to transitioning from earning to owning. Now it's important to remember that shifting quadrants is not an overnight process. It's a journey of financial growth and learning. It's about gradually increasing your financial intelligence, expanding your risk tolerance, and steadily building your asset portfolio. Remember, the goal is not to abandon one quadrant for another, but to achieve a balance that allows your money to work for you. After all, the ultimate goal is to create a life where you have the freedom to do what you love, while your money works tirelessly in the background to support your dreams. Let's quickly recap what we've learned about the cash flow quadrant. This system, developed by Robert Kiyosaki, presents 4 categories of income earners. On the left side, we have employees and self-employed individuals. These folks trade their time for money, often feeling stuck in the rat race. On the right side, we have business owners and investors. They make money work for them, leveraging systems and investments. The magic happens when we shift from the left to the right side of the quadrant. This isn't about becoming rich overnight. It's about mindset change, financial education, and strategic action. It's about building assets, not liabilities. It's about creating a cash flow that works even when you're not actively involved. The cash flow quadrant is more than a concept. It's a roadmap to financial freedom. So, are you ready to start your journey towards financial freedom with the help of the cash flow quadrant?